Africa, the diaspora, the Africans that are in Africa, we're all one. You can't say you're this and you're this and you're that, but in the long run, when we walk, our skin tells us who we are. And why is Africa still backwards when we have oil, we have chocolate, we have bauxite, cobalt, we have gold, diamonds? Everything that the world feeds on is in Africa, but Africa is a lot of investment that's happening in Africa, but you don't see it on the ground in the communities. So sometimes our elderly, we forget about them, but just creating spaces where they can be together, hang out together, go see a movie together. Like, how many years have we been independent and we're still backwards? Look how Dubai is. Look at us. Is there a problem? We have oil like Dubai. We have even more resources than Dubai. I don't suffer and did everything suffering. So suffering, they make me a stronger person. So this is why I am who I am today, because of all of the wahala that I had to go through before I became glitterati.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Me, Myself, and I. Epic it was. Remember to like and share. And I always want to say a very big thank you for always subscribing, sharing, commenting. I really appreciate it so much. And I'm here with this amazing, beautiful queen. You know what? I don't want to talk too much about her. She's going to introduce herself by herself. You understand? Please, what's your name?
My actual name is Aisha Diori, but my name is Glitterati. I'm an MC, host, event curator, philanthropist for Africa Everything. A little bit of everything. I do a little bit of everything. I will talk too much if I'm talking. So what do you want me to? You want me to talk more?
Yeah, talk more. We are here for you. We are here to listen to. Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm Nigerian and Ghanaian.
Oh, okay.
So I do philanthropic work in West Africa. So I created an organization that gave back to education, because education was so important to me growing up. If I didn't have education, I don't think I'll be the woman that I am today. So I decided to just, go to different West African countries. Of course, I'm doing Ghana. Ghana is really close to my heart because I'm part Ghanaian. I'm Fanti from Elmina.
Oh, okay.
So here we're here in Jamestown, helping renovate a school in Jamestown. And I'm so excited because we've been working with this school for about 3 years, off and on. But finally, we were able to raise enough money to be able to do some work where we're doing some really core renovation work with Africa Everything.
All right, thank you so much for telling us all this about yourself, like in a brief way. But you said something about going globally to African countries. Which African countries have you been so far, apart from Ghana?
Okay, I've been to Liberia, I've been to Cameroon, I've been to Ivory Coast, Togo, Benin, Senegal, Nigeria, all parts of Nigeria. Wait a minute, am I forgetting something? I'm forgetting a country. But yeah, those are the ones so far that I can think of off the top of my head that I've been to. Yes.
Wow, that is so amazing. Countries, different languages. How do you deal with it?
So I think that what they tell you to do when you go to a certain African country is to learn the greetings. So when you go to Senegal, Nengenef, Magnifique.
Oh, okay.
So as far as you know how to say hello, people will understand you. Ghana, Etiseng. You know what I'm saying? Ivory Coast, bonjour, bonsoir. I speak a little bit of French, so it's a little bit of a thing for me. But if you don't speak it, you ask them, how do I say hello? How do I say goodbye? Or just Google it. So I think the best way is for you to kind of meet them where they're at and learn a greeting, learn a few words so you can navigate. But most people, if you're going to an English-speaking African country, they're speaking English. If you're going to a Francophone country, they're speaking Francophone. So, you think about it like that. So if Francophone or Anglophone, that's the countries, So if most of them speak English or French, right? Yeah. In a sense, and Swahili in South Africa, but I don't speak that.
Okay. Wow, that is so amazing. Do you think we should invest in Africa?
Yes, I think that definitely there needs to be investment in Africa, but then the powers that be need to shift, because even if you're investing, is the money going to where the money is needed to go? So there's a lot of investment that's happening in Africa, but you don't see it on the ground in the communities. So if the money can go directly to the communities that need it, investment can happen. But if it's not going to the communities and it's going to somebody's pocket or some politician's back door, no. But definitely investment is needed, because you know what? Everything comes from Africa, meaning all of the resources. Why is Africa still backwards when we have oil, we have chocolate, we have bauxite, cobalt, we have gold, diamonds? Everything that the world feeds on is in Africa, but Africa is poorer than the other countries. We're borrowing from them for them to come and take our resources. Does that make sense? It's kind of clockwise. Makes no sense, but I guess it's a work in progress.
So what's the best solution do you think we can bridge that?
I think the youth have to take over. Like literally, there has to be like for change to happen. There has to be some kind of turmoil. We can't be comfortable. A lot of people are just comfortable with what's happening. You can't just sit there and be comfortable with status quo. You gotta complain, and I know it's hard because you can't get prosecuted for doing that, but if you make noise now with the internet and with everything available, start to talk about what's happening. Start to let people know, because then you shame them, and then they start doing better for your country. When you shame them, they start doing better, because all these politicians, how much money are you going to keep for your generations and generations? You need to think about your country, because if your country is bustling and rich, your money will even be longer than you are stealing. It will be even longer. So literally, I think that it's for them to really realize the fact that your country looks better. Why is Dubai ahead of Africa? Dubai is just a baby. Dubai is 20 years. We have 57, 58 years, 60 years, 80. Like, how many years have we been independent and we're still backwards? Look how Dubai is. Look at us. Is there a problem? We have oil like Dubai. We have even more resources than Dubai. And we're still backwards. So something is not happening. Something is broken in the system, and the system needs to be fixed.
Wow, something is broken somewhere,
Yes.
and the system needs to be fixed. That is so deep. You understand? That is really deep. But if you have a message for African and the diaspora and everybody as in black, what would that message be?
My diasporas is take ownership of doing what we. Sometimes we, of course, we say, "Oh, government is going to do government." Sometimes we have to do it. We have to make the change. We have to be the change that we want to see. If we're not the change that we want to see, things are not going to happen, because our leaders like Kwame Nkrumah or Patrice Lumumba, all of these people that made these moves, and what I'm saying, Thomas Sankara, nobody had to move them. They moved. So we as communities have to move together. We have to create, I feel like, community-based, us moving together and working as a collective and realizing what we need to do to change. And also, don't be complacent. Some people become complacent. They don't want to do anything with themselves. That's not going to change anything. Change happens within, and it comes from us. And if you could change one thing, small thing, and everybody does one small thing, it becomes a big thing.
That is true.
So it takes a village. We build together, basically.
Wow, I really like the energy, and it's really deep. Trust me, we got to do this together. We need you. We need ourselves to build this together. Understand? Unity we can. You understand? We always do this. We always do this. What's the meaning of it? Let me know in the comment section before she answered that.
Yes. Unity, what unity means? Meaning one Africa, right? When we say one Africa, we're still divided even within our own small countries. Oh, I'm this, I'm Ewe, I'm Ghana, I'm Ashanti, I'm Fanti. No, we are one Africa. Africa is one. There is no difference. When we realize the strength of us all being together and working together, they can't come for us. They can't. But they're coming for us because they divide us into these stupid silos that are created to create this construct that puts us down. So when we realize there's only one of us, one Africa, the diaspora, the Africans that are in Africa, we're all one. You can't say you're this and you're this and you're that. But in the long run, when we walk, our skin tells us who we are. And that's it.
Okay, so a real brief thing. When we talk about African coming together as one, what are some of the examples that you can let us know that, okay, we are coming one as in getting what? Is it getting one passport? Is it getting one currency? What at all are we talking about, African being one?
Gaddafi was trying to do that, but they took him out. But one means working together in one thing. It'd be nice for us to be able to travel to other African countries without having 59 visas or this and that, or this one can't come here, this can't. I think also, I like the fact that ECOWAS, all 15 ECOWAS West African countries, we have one passport. So I can travel to Ghana, I can travel to Nigeria, Cameroon, like a couple of 15 West African countries. So I think all of Africa needs to be able to do that. And also create collective where we work together. Not only the politicians talking to each other, communities need to talk to each other. Communities need to talk to each other and make change together, and also work together to really showcase what our differences and what our likenesses are, so we can work together.
Okay, so let's talk about you. I mean, we've talked a whole lot. Let's talk about you. With the journey that you've chosen, how many years have you been in it?
The journey of which one? The journey of me?
Of you, helping the community and all that. How many years have you been doing that?
20 years. I work with different communities. 20 years I've been working with different communities, creating different interventions. I also work in HIV prevention, making sure people were, getting tested. People were getting into care. I've done HIV prevention work and making sure that people were, that we spoke to the community and had the community create their prevention messaging and stuff like that, as well as then working with communities. I've worked with elderly communities to create programming where they can, because sometimes our elderly, we forget about them, but just creating spaces where they can be together, hang out together, go see a movie together, do things like that. And now with youth and young adults, working with education and things. About 20 years.
Oh. Wow, that is.
I'm 21. I'm 21. At 20 years, I started when I was 1 year old. So nobody can guess my age.
Come on, I was like 21.
21.
Hey, wait.
21.
No. You are not 21. Nah. Okay, 21 plus another 21.
Oh,
yeah.
No, Charlie. 20. One. Okay. I was born in Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
Growing up in Nigeria, I went to boarding school. I did all of that stuff. So I think it makes me humble and grounded because I've done everything that makes you feel like you're humble. So my humility level is different than everybody else. If lights out happen, I'm not scared. I'm like, oh my God, lights out. I'm used to it. That's happened to me before. When there's no water, we have to go and fetch water. Yeah. When there's no hot water, we have to bath with cold water. When you have to use the bathroom, there's hole. You do what you have to do with the box. Yeah. You do So I've lived that life with my grandparents, with my mother. So like,
they won't hear what you want to talk now. Don't make me.
What's I want to talk? They want.
Yeah, your accent.
Oh,
bring out now. You don't want to make you talk.
I don't suffer. I don't suffer and did everything suffering. So suffering, they make me a stronger person. So this is why I am who I am today, because of all of the wahala that I had to go through before I became glitterati.
I swear, see, if you have this blood, Ghana and Nigeria, trust me,
Charlie.
The blood is hot. The blood is hot. And I'm not so surprised, with your energy and with your accent, you can twist both. Like in a minute, and that is so amazing. I love that.
That's my Ghana one. Oh, Charlie.
Oh. All right, thank you so much. Can you give us your social medias?
So my social media is Glitterati ENT, so Glitterati Entertainment. You can find me. I'm on YouTube as well. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So everywhere you can find me. And my mother's a travel agent, so we do travel as well. So if you need any information about the continent, about the work that we do, make sure you hit me up. I'm really always here. I'm also an MC, so if you want me to MC your wedding or your divorce arrangements, I have you. I love Afrobeats. I'm the Afrobeats queen, so that's a passion of mine too.
Thank you so much. You touched my heart, and I think I should give you Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so proud about what you're doing. Keep this going. This is the way that we inform the world and we become one Africa. We're doing what you do.